Hey everybody, this is the Picky Old Gamer. Second time I've decided to upload a video. Day two, but I was reading something online about, Hulk Hogan and his racial slurs, and now he's been technically fired by WWE and removed from the site. They removed all of his merchandise. They removed everything about him, even from the Hall of Fame. He was inducted in 2005. And I came across an article here. Let me look at it while I'm typing or talking to you guys from Polygon.com, and I'll post a link in the description. They're going to remove him from WWE 2K16, which is the newest version of the WWE wrestling video game that a lot of people play, a lot of people love, and a lot of people don't like them as much. I haven't played a good wrestling game since about the GameCube era, but that's just me and my personal thing. I'm a wrestling fan. So was my wife. We watched it for a long time. Yeah, I know wrestling is, quote, fake or it's scripted, but it's entertainment. It's no different watching soap operas, but it's like there's some athleticism there. Sometimes it can be absolute shit, and I just sit there and fast forward. I DVR everything because I don't watch it live, but some of it's just crap, and some of it's pretty interesting. But coming back to it, he threw out racial slurs. I think the N word and black racism and African Americans are, however you want to say it, and I'm not condoning it. He's being a shithead. He shouldn't be coming out doing that, especially being a huge spokesman, a huge icon. Back in the day, wrestling, go wrestling with Mr. T and all that. If you remember WrestleMania 1 and 2. But the thing about it is Hulk Hogan, which his name is Terry. Oh hell, I don't even remember his name. Terry Bollea, I guess that's how you say it. I just call him Hulk Hogan. He's left the company a couple times. He left and went to TNA, Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, now just called Impact Wrestling. He changed the entire place. They used a six-sided ring. It was very fun, very fast, very just over the top, and really they were competing with WWE. He changed it up. Then he came back, and they're like Hulk Hogan, he's all back, and I'm sitting there watching it, and I turn to my wife and I'm like, why the fuck is he back again? But he hasn't been really wrestling or doing anything. He comes out and does some promotional spots and does things with the other wrestlers and promotes young guys. It's been pretty good. But now that he's done this, it's also affecting the video game world. So WWE 2K16 is announced in June. It's coming out in October. So this is now 25th of July when I'm recording this, and how much work is going to have to be yanked out just to rip him out. Of course, they could probably just delete it, but it takes a little time. They've probably spent all this time making it as good as they can get it and making Hulk Hogan put in. I mean, 2K15 had a Hulkamania or Hulk edition. I can't remember what it was called. It was $99. So they put a lot into him in these past games. But there's also one thing I want to read you from Polygon.com, which again, all credit goes to them, and I will link it there. Polygon.com, and I quote from their article, asked about whether 2K Sports plans to remove Hogan from any previous, old games. WWE video games representative called it a fair question, but said 2K Sports has, quote, no other comment at this time. I wonder how they would do that. If some of the Hogan parts were DLC, are they going to yank the DLC? What about people who paid for the DLC? Are you going to yank it from them? That's a slippery slope, and I think that's a kind of crappy way to go about it. Just because this guy showed a pretty bad side to himself, and to give Hogan, Terry, however you want to call him, credit, he did come back and really apologize for it, and maybe he's bullshitting, maybe he really is sorry, but I'm not judging him either way. I think that WWE needs to go on and do something else, and maybe not let him come back in, especially not be in the spotlight. And 2K Sports don't need to mess with Hogan/Terry. If they're going to put him in games, they're going to have to rip out. But I hope 2K Sports doesn't go back and pull stuff out of games people have already bought, whether it be DLC. If it's on the disc, they can't pull it. Unless they pull it and re-release it, then it's fine. But if you bought the game, you bought a Hulk Hogan DLC, taking it away from you, even if they gave you your money back, it's pretty shady, and I hope they don't do that. But that's just something I saw this part of this article, and I had to say, this racial crap that he pulled, and now he's sorry for it. And again, I'm not judging him or throwing off on him. He's really going to impact the future, the future and the past of the WWE wrestling games. And I'm just wondering how far they'll reach back if they decide to go back and pull stuff from other people's games, how it's going to affect them. And I hope 2K Sports kind of thinks about that before they just start doing something that, may cause them a little bit of legal issues. So again, just an opinion of a picky old gamer. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. Push my channel around and tell me if I suck. I suck. I'm getting used to this. So thank you for listening.